Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Christodon1, and I am back with another video. I'm Christodon1, the DJ academics of the YouTube gaming community. The most hated. Wrong intro. We're going to address what's been going on with Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant, and Ray Allen. They well, as far as Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, they squashed the beef and they buried the hatchet. They let bygones be bygones. And if you don't know what's been going on and transpiring between these individuals, Kevin Durant, Paul Pierce, as well as Rondo, felt betrayed by Ray Allen. When Ray Allen left, he didn't leave on good terms with the Boston Celtics. He took his talents and went to South Beach, and he paired up with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. And without that last-second shot that Ray Allen did with the Spurs, that solidified their championship. So without Ray Allen's services, the Miami Heat wouldn't have gotten that chip. Okay, now Ray Allen left on bad terms with the Boston Celtics. He had a falling out with Doc Rivers and Rondo. He felt like Doc Rivers was catering to Rondo, and and that's where the rift came between the head coach, Doc Rivers, and Ray Allen. And to make matters even worse, his relationship with Rondo wasn't a good relationship by any stretch of the imagination. All right. So, between those two individuals, it only made the chemistry of the team weaken a little bit. Plus, when you're talking about Ray Allen and Doc Rivers, Doc Rivers didn't give Ray Allen a lot of playing time. His minutes went down a little bit, particularly with the Boston Celtics. Excuse me, I had a brain fart there. With the Boston Celtics, and there was a disagreement on his playing time. Doc Rivers felt like, and I'm in a bad connection right now. Ray Allen felt like he deserved more minutes, and what Doc Rivers was doing was preserving Ray Allen as well as Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, because they were getting a little bit older. All right, so he was trying to shorten up their minutes, and since Rondo wanted to be in the offense more, okay, I'm sorry about the bad connection. We're going to get past and get through this connection. I'm around a bunch of mountains. He felt like he was benefiting the veterans as well as Rondo at the same time, and Ray Allen felt a certain kind of way. Okay, that's the reason why when his final year, he elected to go to the Miami Heat. Now, I understand Ray Allen's point, but you have to understand that what Ray Allen had to understand was that he was an older player, okay? And when he joined the Heat, he was pretty much a bench player. He pretty much came off the bench. So technically, he was pretty much doing what Doc Rivers was trying to do with Ray Allen with Boston. Now, some may argue, and they will have a valid point, that by him going, he basically went to the better team. And the better team at that particular time was the Miami Heat. The Boston Celtics, they couldn't still dominate LeBron James, because LeBron James went to even a better team. And Ray Allen was looking at it as, well, even though I'm having issues with the coach as well as Rondo, it's just best for me to just go to Miami because, you know, let's just face facts, face reality. They were clearly the better team. And that's pretty much the story, but you know, between why he went to the Miami Heat. Yes, he went to the Miami Heat because he went to the better team, but there was reasons that made him choose the Miami Heat over the Boston Celtics. And the Boston Celtics were becoming a much older team. Okay, they was getting to the point where they couldn't make the roster any better, and the only way they can make the roster better was to get rid of some of the older assets they have. Okay, and when you talk about Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, they were looking at it as a betrayal because they felt like Ray Allen wasn't being truthful with them. Okay, it would have been one thing if Ray Allen would have walked up to them and said, "Hey, look, I feel like we really don't necessarily have a chance competing against the Miami Heat. I'm just going to go ahead and join forces with them." They didn't have, they felt like they didn't get that information from Ray Allen. And if Ray Allen would have done that, it would probably soften the blow a little bit, but they would still feel a certain kind of way between Ray Allen because Ray Allen abandoned them. Okay. But when you're dealing with an individual like Kevin Garnett, he's an all-in type of person, and he wants people to be all in with him. Okay, he doesn't sugarcoat nothing. He really don't, you know, lie in front of your face, say one thing and do another thing. And with a lot of people seem to forget in that current climate of the NBA, a lot of people were approaching their careers more of how can this team benefit me overall. It wasn't necessarily about sponsorship dollars. It wasn't necessarily about who can pay you the most. It was more about making your brand a bigger brand by pairing up with these teams. Okay, and that's how Ray Allen was looking at it. Ray Allen clearly he could have made more money with the Boston Celtics, but he chose the Miami Heat. He got paid less. His role was diminished. He didn't have a lot of playing time, but when he was in there, he was a vital part to the Miami Heat winning a chip. Okay, now after after his run with Miami, and he was in retirement, he was thinking about coming back, making a comeback in the NBA. Now, you know, he was talking to Reggie Miller a lot to, you know, peel his brain a little bit. And Reggie Miller said, even though you're old, you're an older player. I mean, you still have a unique talent of throwing up shots and making big time baskets as well as 3-pointers. Okay, so if you was thinking about coming back, coming out of retirement, you know, there's teams out there that may be interested in your services. The Spurs are interested in him, as well as the Warriors from a certain perspective. He could have went back to Miami, all right, and he could have went to Cleveland. That's when LeBron James went back to Cleveland. Okay, so there were opportunities for Ray Allen to choose, but he chose the latter of just staying retired. Okay, because at this point of his career, he's already gotten, I mean, he's already rich. Okay, and he won several championships with 2 different teams, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. He already has, at that particular time, all the 3-point records and things of that nature, the average and all that. So there was really nothing for him to prove or really nothing for him to do. Okay, so basically he chose to just stay retired. Okay, which when you think about it, is nothing. Is nothing wrong in believing and doing that. It's just he chose a situation where, as of right now, it's clearly not beneficial for him to come out of retirement. Now, when LeBron James came back to Cleveland, that offer still stand. But then 2 years after that, he stayed retired. Okay, he's still physically fit, but he's not the same Ray Allen he once was when he was playing with the Supersonics and with the Milwaukee Bucks. The best version of Ray Allen was with the Milwaukee Bucks because he did so many things other than shooting three-pointers. He was a decent defender. He also could slash a little bit. He was a little bit more athletic than what he was with the Miami Heat, because when he was with the Miami Heat, he was a much older player, particularly with the Boston Celtics. But if the Boston Celtics were able to add more pieces and younger pieces that can be beneficial for the Boston Celtics, that can make sure that they can solidify their chances even more contending for championships. If LeBron, even though LeBron went to Miami and the Boston Celtics were clearly a better team than the Miami Heat, then who knows? He probably would have stayed with the Boston Celtics. I'll give him a small percentage of him staying with the Boston Celtics. But however, he went to the better team, and at that particular time, the better team was the Miami Heat. Okay, so they sort of mend fences. They sort of buried the hatchet between Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Now there's a lot of reasoning behind that. Paul Pierce is now an analyst, okay, for Fox. He does commentary for for the NBA. So for him to do that, that's beneficial for him because he's searching a broadcast role now. He's not trying to be a coach or a player or anything like that. And that, when you talk about that, was considered a big story in the NBA landscape. The falling out between Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and the rest of the members of the Boston Celtics. And to be truthfully honest, it's over with. It's done with. There's no reason to keep hanging on to these feelings. So I feel like Paul Pierce buried the hatchet with Ray Allen, and it looked like it's going into the right direction. Maybe he can influence Kevin Garnett to bury the hatchet. Maybe they can just squash this. I think it's just one of those things where I can understand their viewpoint feeling betrayed by Ray Allen. But even though Ray Allen said the reason why he chose the Heat was because of the situation between Rondo and Doc Rivers, at the end of the day, he chose a situation that would have been beneficial for him, and he was just looking out for his best interest. Yeah, he did his job. He brought a championship to the Boston Celtics, so he done his part. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe, please. Notification gang in the building. Hit that notification icon, that notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream is going down. Be sure to check out my newest comedy channel, Messy Media U. Subscribe and enjoy. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna try to upload videos as possible for that channel. But guys, see you later. Peace.